Good morning, traders and investors from each and every part you're joining this series of the Daily Morning Market Call. My name is Kefa Eric, one of the market analysts here at HFM. HFM linking you to the global markets to assess various asset classes. Now, on today's market series, we are going to be a little bit more dynamical to have a discussion that would be cut across the spectrum of various levels of asset classes. But before then, allow me to remind you that this is going to be a pre-recorded YouTube video, to mean that you could access this YouTube video at your own time, share it with your friends, discuss the content of these and similar videos by visiting our YouTube channel at HFM Kenya. Search HFM Kenya at YouTube, like, subscribe, click on the notification button and share, so as to improve our algorithms and get these videos even to more people. And to us to you as our commitment, from us to you, we will dedicate more time to produce such content which is meant to fill the educational gap. Now, today we will be looking at three dimensions of the financial markets, but before then, let's first discuss fundamental analysis. What has been happening in fundamental analysis, where we see economic and geopolitical forces which move the various asset classes. Number one, today we are anticipating CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is a key inflation data, which is going to be coming out during New York. You could see Consumer Price Index with our focus on this one year on year. Of course, not disregarding the others, but a focus on this one. The anticipated percentage would be for CPI year on year would be 2.9%, with the previous also being 2.9%. So we see expectation of steady numbers from the Consumer Price Index. The interpretation of that, of course, after the data, if it comes out positive, we know the influence it's going to have on the dollar. If it's come out negative or soft, we know the influence it's going to have on the dollar. Then we can use this data to process various movement of all the other asset classes. Now, also on top of that, we also have had Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Federal Open Market Committee, which is the central bank for the United States, appear before Congress for his testimonies on the operations of the Feds. And he alluded, you could access this on various international media platforms, CNN, Sky News. A summary of his testimony, he alluded that there will maybe possible interest rate cuts in the US, and this is brought about by the tariffs that Donald Trump is imposing on US trade partners, and we'll be looking forward to that. Without out of the way, our focus today will be on the consolidating nature of indices, which are a basket of stocks. We're also going to look at the Great British Pound against the United States dollar. We know we're expecting the Bank of England to cut rates. And we will finish on the retracement on gold and possible expectations. Now, nice. So off to indices, beginning with the US 30. We see on the daily time frame we are having consolidation, where price is neither moving up aggressively in an uptrend or a downtrend. We're experiencing equal highs and lows at this region right here. Why do we experience a ranging market, which majorly attributed to the uncertainties in the global markets, of course attributed to the double T, that is the Trump's tariffs, which is causing fears and uncertainty. So investors' confidence on stocks and group of stocks is not really motivated. When we go to US 100, we will experience the same. This is US 100. We see prices consolidating, neither moving aggressively high or aggressively low. We are having equal highs and equal lows playing within a range. As soon as we have a more certain aspect of the tariffs, we'll possibly get a direction, which most likely is going to be the continuation of these long-term bullish trends. A scenario also we will observe on S&P 500 or US 500, where the price is consolidating at a particular area amid the crisis brought about by the Donald Trump's tariffs. On to GBP USD. We have been in a long-term bearish trend. We experienced a short retracement, which was attributed to the positive PMI numbers from England, which boosted the strength of the Great British Pound against the US dollar, retesting this key level at 1.24830. Now we see price attempting to retest it for continuation of the downtrend. However, we are expecting the Bank of England to cut rates so as to attempt to boost the economy of England, which is going to have positive implication of the Great British Pound to possibly change this trend. But at the same time, we shall be looking out for economic data coming from the United States, which will give us a confirmation of the change in dynamics in England or a continuation of this long-term bearish trend. In the instance that we have a deterioration from the economics in the United States, which would show us a growing glooming United States dollar, of course, the long-term bearish trend will proceed. But in the instance we have softer numbers coming into the days, with CPI coming out tomorrow, we might see a bullish retracement to the upside, which will make us change our bias. That is for day traders and scalpers. But for swing traders and position traders, possibly wait for interest rates so that to have a much more needed long-term position. On gold, yesterday we experienced a short retracement. However, this retracement is deemed to be short-term, like I have stated. So let's go to a lower time frame to see it clearly. This is the retracement I'm talking about. The price pulling back, if you may like, is short-term, and we are possibly going to experience a continuation of the same bullish trend. Now, again, gold is said to have a continuation of the bullish trend because of the fears and uncertainties which are in the global markets right now, as we see a shift from monetary policy to fiscal policy. That would mean a shift from policies impacted by the government using independent bodies and structures like the Federal Open Market Committee, which is the central bank of the United States, to fiscal policy, where we see altercations of the economy through global leaders or state leaders interventions. In this case, I'm speaking about Donald J. Trump, the 47th president of the United States, tariffs on various countries. And for those who would like to know which countries are these, just most adjacent would be their southern neighbor, which is Mexico, and the northern neighbor, which is Canada. That's 25 tariffs on both, and 10% on China, and of course threat to extend this to Europe. And we know these countries will not sit down. They will and simply adjust to this. They will attempt to negotiate or possibly also escalate the trade war, like Canada has alluded in the past. In the instance this all altercation continues, the price of this precious metal gold will proceed to keep printing price to the upper side and possibly even hit the 3,000. Now, as a disclaimer, this by any chance is not financial advice, is purely meant for educational purposes. Kindly do your due diligence and most importantly, observe risk management so as to have longevity in the financial markets to allow you get to practice and sharpen your skill. And in the instance, this is your first time to get to hear about the various jargons, so to say, or terminologies to deal with the financial markets, kindly visit the YouTube channel at hfm.com. Attempt to register for an account, which will prompt you to fill in your details, which will have our experts contact you in the event you have hurdles in the process. Also, for those who have been led to this chat room by their mentors, kindly get back to your mentor. They will guide you on the process of registration, which is completely free. And then from there, you're going to see various phases that you're going to get into as a trader and investor in the financial markets. With that said, guys, see you tomorrow after CPI to do things the same way, the same time, which has proven consistently profitable. But before we conclude, I see Nazreen is asking what time we upload on YouTube. Check a few minutes after this, possibly before midday, you're going to see the video uploaded, or sometime before 11 a.m. East African time on our YouTube channel at HFM Kenya. And Nazreen, don't forget to share so that it gets to more people, so that more people get to benefit from this series. With that said, take care and God bless.